Hello everybody, this is The Great Artisan, come back at you with another drawing video. Right, today we'll go over how to make a character. Now, making a character is pretty hard to do, let's be honest. Not everyone has the, kind of the whole ability to create a character on the spot. And it's nothing to be ashamed of, it's just hard to think of a character like, oh, how do I want my character to be? Like, do I want them to be like this? Do I want them to be like that? Should the design be like this? Like, how can you do so? Well, to be able to create a character, for me, I find that it's easier to at least take one aspect of yourself and use it to create a character. Now, when I say one aspect about yourself, I mean like your personality, your behavior, all that stuff. Like, kind of like what makes you kind of you. Now, you only want to take only one thing from it, not a whole plethora. It'll become a little bit too complicated if you take a whole plethora of aspects from yourself. Now, once you got that one aspect, imagine your character with the aspect. Like, if one aspect of yourself is being happy, well, how would the character look like if it was a happy character? How would the character look like if it was, a sad character? You see what I mean? It's that kind of thinking which will help you figure out, oh, this is what my character is gonna look like. Now, once you figure out that hurdle, next you want to think, oh, well, how will my character look after a while? Some of it doesn't really make any sense, but here, once you get the concept of the character down, now you want to think, well, how will it look like when I draw it out? So, once you draw out your character, you made yourself a concept of it. Now, a concept is a concept, not a final stage. And the reason why I say that is, you're going to continuously draw the character more than once before you reach the final stage of the drawing. Now, what I mean by that is, once you draw the character out, well, it may not look like how you thought about it the first time around. So you would draw it again, fixing like some errors here and there, adding, removing some things, and you begin to figure out what your character looks like. And it helps when you continuously draw them, like draw them in different poses and different angles with different outfits. And as you continuously draw, you will begin to consciously and unconsciously figure out how the character is supposed to look like, what errors you removed, what things would be added. You see what I mean? So you go through, so you continuously, you know, do the whole redrawing process until you get to the point where the character looks amazing. Now every artist has their own preference, of course. So your amazing can be different to what another artist's view of amazing is. Now, once you get to that point of the character looking great, then you come you get extremely close to the final stage. Well, you will do one last redraw and go with your judgment of, oh, this character looks amazing now. Once you reach that point, then you've created your character. Now, this thought process helps a lot to, avoid some cliches in some characters and helps, how I say it, bring out more of originality and creativity from yourself. Like, you could be like, no, I'm not so much an imaginative person, but by having this thinking, you can, help fix that in a way. So by my polarity. But, how do I say this? Well, remember I said about drawing a happy character? Well, you've already seen what what a happy character looks like. So you kind of want to be original of like, oh, this is how I want my own happy character to be like. You see what I mean? Or, like, oh, our sad character is like, oh, I want my sad character to be like this. And it's this kind of thinking where you can figure out how it's supposed to be. So with a happy character, you can draw them with, I don't know, with a bunch of colors, vibrant colors that shows them that they're happy. Okay? But then when you draw them again, you may use less vibrant colors, but still use enough colors to show that, oh, this character is pretty happy and excited. When you make when you make a sad character, you'd be like, hoodies and dark colors, all that stuff. But when you draw them again, it will be different. Where they won't be wearing a hoodie, and the colors won't always be so dark. You see what I'm saying? If you pull an aspect of you where you're like, pretty quiet person. You have like a character whose like face is always in the books, kind of like that. But then when you draw them again, it won't be the same. You see what I mean? Once you figure that out and you get the design down, that's when you want to expand upon their aspect. If you make a person that's, a character that's happy, because you took an aspect of yourself where you're happy, you can expand upon it, where where the character can be like, oh, pretty like energetic, vibrant, like an extrovert. You see what I'm saying? you build upon that aspect to give the character their own personality. You make a quiet character, like they have a personality like an introvert. And once you figure out their personality, you then figure out, hey, their hobbies. Like a chill character, like their hobby can be playing video games and all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Because once start figuring out, hey, this is how the character is supposed to be, it then becomes to flow out of you pretty freely after a while. And if you continue onwards kind of thinking, well, you will see that it becomes pretty easy. And after a while, you can, create more characters that are more, complex, if I have to say it like that. And the one thing about creating a character is if you have an idea for a character, well, try it out. Don't just scrap it. Because a character idea that you think is bad may actually just be pretty good, and may become no, I don't know, one of your best characters to date. And why is that? Well, because why I think that? Well, there isn't really no wrong way to, how I say it, to do art and creations. It's all about experimenting, I have to say. Catch my drift. So, yeah. Just keep that, and so, just keep that kind of tip in mind when you think of where to draw a character. Just take one aspect from yourself. It could be anything, positive or negative, and think of what the character will just look like. Once you have the idea of the character, once you have the idea of the character, then you want to, draw out the concept. And once you do that, you want to, do it again. Because like I said, the concept is not the final stage. It's not the final stage yet until, you get to the point of, hey, this character is actually pretty good. And then, like I said again, it be your own preference of what's pretty good is. How do I say this? One good example of that is the character I'm drawing now. This character name is Carrie. I drew her because I basically pulled one aspect from myself to make Carrie. One aspect I put for myself was being, well, energetic. It's being energetic. So once I put that down, when I put that one aspect of me down, I then thought, well, what would said character be like? What look like what kind of character would this energetic, what would this kind of energetic aspect look like? And then I thought of Carrie. Although Carrie didn't really come out pretty good, much to my, dismay. Until I drew Carrie again. And then once I drew Carrie again, it didn't really look good. So I drew Carrie again. And again. And well, again. I did it until Carrie looked like okay, what's the word I'm looking for? I drew Carrie again until until said character actually, in my own preferences, looked good. And once I made it to that point, I then drew Carrie as such. As with the current design. Which as you see, trying to draw right now. A little difficult, but because I'm trying to pose I haven't really drawn before. And it pretty much made me happy when I got to the point of drawing Carrie with the current design. Because it took pretty much a lot of effort to make it up to that point. If you ask me. And one good note when you finally draw, the character is to, well, keep on drawing. Because you may create something new for your own character. Something that you may or may not be, mindful of. Like you could have like, changed the hair so it was like different. All that jazz. I mean, you may even surprise yourself what a new thing you could have drawn in your own character. Oh, look at this. See, now it's coming out nicely. Huh? Well, let me do this. And don't be discouraged if, and the character doesn't really come out the way you want it. Hence why I say you have to keep enjoying the character until, well, you get the character right. Like, don't give up on the design because, it didn't really work out. Oh, your mind says, oh no, you can't, like, mind says, that it's impossible to do this. And then you don't try it again. No, just keep trying. Because you may not have the, art skill yet to basically, do like this awesome looking character. Mind you, no one really started out, making awesome characters. It just took a lot of, practice before they made, like, awesome characters. Because, like I said, the character you thought of could be like your next best character. So don't be afraid with the idea. So I hope you learned something today. And that you got something great out of this. And this video hopefully inspired you to go on out and try out your art skills to make something great and new. This has been the Great Artisan. Signing out. And I hope to see all of you, great artists, again.